morning. This is a hopefully quick video regarding how to try to unclog a drain using any drain cleaner gel or liquid drain cleaner. The reason that this is Greeked out is because it doesn't really matter what brand you use. The reason is that they are all pretty much the same thing. And if you look on the back, you can see that the ingredients are sodium hypochlorite and sodium hydroxide. Those are the active ingredients. Everything else is just stuff to make it thick or stick to something, but has nothing really to do with getting through a clog. I'm not going to do any kind of demonstration. I'm not going to go dump some down a slow drain or whatever and show you how it works, because it works sometimes. I'm not going to guarantee this will work, but this will help you if you've been trying to use this stuff and having problems. So one of the things is on the instructions here, and this is apparently new, is it says, open carefully, pour 1/4 bottle slowly into drain. Tough clogs may require the entire bottle. Allow to remain for 15 to 30 minutes for tough clogs. Flush with hot water. So, a real quick diagram of how your drain in your sink works. This is your sink. This is the drain, goes down into the P-trap. It is called the P-trap because of the shape. Looks like a P, not because it's full of pee. It goes up, comes out, goes into the wall where it would go down, and this area up here is usually a pipe that opens up on the roof. If this is clogged, you will have trouble draining, but that's rarely the issue. This dark area is water, and the reason it's called a P-trap, because the fact that it's a P, is that this is filled with water all the time to keep sewer gases from coming up and going through here and coming out your drain and stinking up your bathroom any more than you do. If you've got a drain that doesn't get used very much, this can dry out, and if it dries out, then all sorts of gases can come through, and if you have roaches or something in the sewer, they can come in up through this also. So we're going to show you how clogs happen or can happen, and when you should use this and when it's not going to do much good. Usually whenever you see a video or a commercial for this stuff, it shows the clog in here, and my experience is that that's rarely where the clog is. It can be. You can get stuff that builds up in here. You can get stuff that builds up in here, but one that most people don't realize is that you can get stuff that builds up and hangs over this edge. And what is this stuff made of? Well, it's hair, spit out toothpaste, anything you've spit out into the sink that's fallen down it, any random junk, stuff that has grown in the pipe, any kind of oils or fats or soap residue can build up in these spots. Now, if you have a drain that is completely clogged, this stuff will probably not do anything. Especially if, you know, it's clogged like somewhere in here or here, and it's probably, it may take hours for this stuff to eat through this, and it may never do it. If you have a drain that will not drain, and you can tell it won't drain because if you fill it with water, or you're running water in it, it fills up, and it takes more than 5 or 10 minutes to drain, then you pretty much have got a clog that's almost completely clogged. But if you put water in it and it's slow, you know, you're running the water and the sink is filling up, and you turn off the water and it takes about a minute or two to drain, that's a slow drain, a slow clog. This is what that will work for. It will not work or work very well for complete clogs. So the other thing is in the old days, I think this stuff, I don't remember how much it said in the old days, but it was like you just poured a little bit in the drain. And if you pour just a little bit in the drain, it really doesn't do anything. This thing says to pour a quarter of the bottle, and the bottle holds 80 fluid ounces or 2.36 liters. I did some math, and a basic, I found an online pipe volume calculator. There's a calculator on the internet for everything, and this is 1.5 inch pipe, and I guessed that it's about 20 inches long. It doesn't really matter. Just so that's the length I picked for this. If you run that through the calculator, it says that this will hold, if it's clogged right, let's say right here, this will hold 0.153 gallons. And 0.153 gallons is about 19.5 ounces, or 579 milliliters, or 0.57 liters. So the way you use this stuff is first run hot water. Fill the sink up with hot water. If it takes a while for you to get hot water, fill it up. Take hot water through it from a pan and dump it in the sink, and get the hot water to run through this system. You want the water in the sink to drain completely as far down here as it'll go. So you want the water level here, or wherever it would be, probably around here. Doesn't matter. As long as it has mostly drained out. And that could take a couple of minutes. When it's done, you want to dump at least a quarter of this, and I sometimes dump more than that, because the stuff's going to come in, and if the clog is here, it's going to fill this whole area up. It's going to displace the water, and I don't know if this stuff is heavier or lighter than water, but you want it to get in here and you want it to slowly trickle through your clog. If your clog is here, you want to fill this whole space and slowly trickle through the clog. If it's over here, and you could need a whole, 1/4 to 1/2, and let's say that your clog is up here, you need to fill this entire space so that as it comes in, it pushes the water out and allows this stuff to come in contact with the clog. And it says leave it 15 to 30 minutes. I oftentimes leave it at least an hour. One caveat, I do this with plastic pipes, PVC. If you have an older house with older pipes that are metal, this stuff might corrode it eventually. It says it's safe for pipes, but that's my warning. Metal pipes react with acids and bases and corrode. So if you leave it too long, you might put a hole somewhere in your system. Once it has sat for at least an hour, in my case, I then run hot water through it, and if it's worked, you'll notice immediately that it doesn't fill the, within a minute or two it just won't fill. It might raise up a little bit, but you turn off the water and it goes right straight down, then it's very likely that you have either partially or completely cleared the clog. If it's completely clogged, what you have to do is you have to snake it. And for that, that's a whole different thing. You're going to have to just either get a plumber, you have to remove this section and try to feed a snake through here. You can visually see if this is clear. You can maybe try to get a snake through here if you can remove the stopper. But a complete clog would require snaking. I just did this the other day. Come on up here. I just did this the other day on our bathroom sinks and our shower, and say hello to everyone. Oh, that's good enough. And it worked. The shower was starting to show. When you would take a shower, you would have an inch of water around your feet, and now it doesn't do that. So anyways, hope that helps. Thanks for watching.